All right, so I've been going back and editing some of the episodes, and I have a theory here.
Well, what's your theory?
One of the things we were talking about with Ace was like, we couldn't figure out a reason for Ace to have killed Snake, right?
Yeah.
And something occurred to me back when I was editing the episodes. I was just editing episode 2 a little bit earlier today. And for that one, we follow Snake and Seven into one of the rooms, right? And there is a safe in there that we can't open that we still haven't figured out what to do with yet. And Seven, at that point, makes a point of bracing the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's unclear if this is just because he thinks this is a good idea, and it's just a habit of his, and because he does it later on, which is how we get stuff like see Snake's body later on. But it's worth noting that him bracing that door open is the only way that Ace can get the 9 bracelet off the 9th man that we presume he used.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also worth noting that 7 would be the one to benefit from Snake dying and getting his bracelet. Just the same way Ace would benefit from stealing Lotus's bracelet later on.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that doesn't work out, that is a little strange, is that 7 also dies in that ending that we saw. So maybe after that point, Ace stabs him in the back. But
could you explain real quick? So you said 7's the one who benefits, but
from Snake dying, right?
Yeah.
Because 729 gets them through the 9th door.
Mm-hmm.
But and then Ace has his, and he gets Lotus's later on. You could bring up to 5 through, right? 7, 2, 8, 1. You wouldn't even need the 9th at that. You wouldn't even need the 9th man's thing at that point. But it is fascinating that 7 benefits from Snake dying and taking his bracelet.
Yeah.
And while we don't see him do it, he leaves the doors open so he can go back and do it later. He could. I think Snake's bracelet is actually the only one that is described as being destroyed. So maybe something happens to it. But it is worth noting.
The tricky thing here, though, is 7 might have benefited from Snake dying, but how would 7 get Snake through that door? What would add up?
He wouldn't. The idea is that he's working with Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Because he also... him leaving those doors open is the only possible way Ace could have gotten the 9th man's bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it could just be 7 is just doing that out of habit because he thinks it's a good idea, which it is, right? It's a good idea. Or it could just be like... So it's entirely possible it's just coincidence, and I'm reading too much into it. I just thought it was interesting that one of the things we couldn't figure out, which is why Ace killed Snake, would benefit someone whose actions would benefit 7, and 7's actions also benefit Ace.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You get your own mileage out of that. I'm gonna have some tea. Because it's not my line.
Yes, the door's open.
Also, I'm playing with mouse again because for some fucking reason, the controller support on this has fucked up in like a third different way. It's been fun. Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share his excitement. All right, Junpei, why don't you go get June now? Since then, I'll keep an eye on the door. Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Oh, well, I suppose that's true, yeah. Shall all 3 of us go collect June, then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
Weird that he was insistent on separating Santa from the rest of us.
Yeah.
He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly. So, are you only interested in being contrary? Is that it?
No, absolutely not. I hate being contrary.
Okay, so... All right, you see the problem here, right, bud?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're awful. Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent.
All right, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. And also, this still doesn't explain how Ace or 7 would have got, or maybe Snake would have gotten the door open. the actual things to make the reds work. Other than that, they just happened to be the ones that found them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so before long, he was back on the first floor next to the conveyor belt and June.
Oh, Junpei.
As he drew closer, she stood up slowly.
Are you okay?
He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice.
Buster Wolf. Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
It's also worth noting that she's not the only one experiencing feverish symptoms like this. When I was editing the episode 2 footage, I think it was it 7 that experienced some similar symptoms, but his was chalked up to being part of his amnesia.
Did he have a fever? Or
I
did
don't
he
think
just have a attack of like headache and stuff?
I don't remember clearly right now. But I remember going back to that footage and being like, oh, so June wasn't the only one that felt like that at some point, huh? But I don't know if that's related, because she clearly doesn't have amnesia. She remembers who we are. June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or still feverish.
Let me check.
Just to make sure, he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
Good. You're feeling a lot better.
See, I didn't make a sex joke that time. I'm growing as a person. Much like my...
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but she still wasn't down to what seemed normal to him.
Are you sure you're all right?
He had to be sure. June gave him a look.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Junpei. Worrier.
June giggled.
Sorry, I'm just having a real hard time digesting this small bomb.
Fair enough.
He wasn't sure if she just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Junpei feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, then she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead.
Boop.
All right, let's go.
Aw, you booped me. That's nice. Go where?
Oh, right, I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so...
Great, then let's go.
June clasped her hands together and nodded urgently. They headed back to the exit, but on their way they found...
Oh, it's,
Santa?
Santa was sitting on the stairs. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of him.
What are you looking at?
Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet.
It's a photo. It's my sister.
Your sister? Santa, you've got a sister? Does that make her Mrs. Claus? No, she wouldn't be married to you, but she'd still have the same last name, right?
Santa simply nodded.
Yeah, kid was as cute as a button.
Bets on her having gone missing 9 years ago?
Oh, absolutely.
So his sister is going to be one of the 16, right?
Yeah.
June cocked her head confused.
She was only about an inch tall then?
Santa glared at her.
Oh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like half an inch. Come on, you gotta work with me here. This isn't gonna stop until you acknowledge the joke. I hope you realize that. Acknowledge me.
Just punching him gently in the knee over and over again. Santa didn't smile or laugh.
Sorry. Fine.
Why are you looking at it?
He simply turned back to his picture and spoke.
I was her Santa Claus.
I knew it!
Wait, what?
This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either.
Have you ever heard the story of the two Santa Clauses? It goes that a long time ago there were two Santas. One of them wore white and the other one wore black. The white Santa gave presents to good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. They went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon the white Santa couldn't stand it anymore, and he stabbed the black Santa to death. When he stabbed the other Santa, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. And that's why these days his clothes are red.
I don't remember that one in my Bible.
You could say that red is all that's left of the black Santa.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. Jun was staring at Santa, sadness plain on her face. He continued.
I wonder which Santa I am. The white Santa or the black Santa?
Oh, look, and your outfit's coordinated properly. Look at that. This might... Having a sibling gone missing might explain why he was so the way he was back at the very beginning of this route.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he was certainly a way
Mm-hmm.
when we started this. Oh.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Just keep trading ellipses back and forth forever.
All right, let's go.
Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them 2 at a time.
Huh. Anyway, do you think he brought us presents? No? Junpei, have you been a bad boy this year?
Junpei and Jun looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving. Come on.
Santa's voice echoed from across the room and above them.
Let's get moving through the now closed door.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. Leaning against the handrail, he looked very tired. You're finally back, huh? The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for concern.
Sorry we took so long.
Junpei quickly solved the disc puzzle a second time, and the door opened once again.
Wow, you sure know how to handle your balls. No, they're discs, not balls.
Let's go.
I'm still a little feverish. Give me some time to get back on my A game, all right?
In a single file, they walked through. After walking for nearly 15 feet, they found themselves in front of a metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. And noticeably, we didn't get like a key in this one. Usually at the other rooms, they gave us a key and led us back to the common area, right?
Some of them.
A new room stretched out before them. Guess we gotta do another puzzle first. That's fine.
Is this a warehouse?
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all the vessel's freight.
Are there wooden crates everywhere? Oh, there are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are.
Junpei, Ace, Jun had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
Seek a way out. I still love the way it does that intro to every escape room, and I'm glad they kept that for the Somnium Files games, because it's perfect.
Wait, they kept that for the Somnium Files games?
I mentioned that the first time it showed up, yeah. Like, every Somnium starts with, like, the showing you the mental locks. It's so good. All right, so I'm seeing some numbers on top of the car boxes over here. This looks like a block pushing puzzle, doesn't it? From above?
It does.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's take a look around.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding? Hold on.
It's still drifting.
Even without it in there, that's impressive.
Yeah, well,
All right.
The mouse still works.
So that's what we care about. Oh, hold on. So let's see what we got here. We got this area. It's just going to drift up there in the corner for a little bit. It'll go away eventually. Okay, cool. Let's look around on the ground floor first here.
A box? There's nothing inside. There are a bunch of bags here. I wonder what's in them.
Card with a headshot.
Santa's headshot.
I do appreciate how...
A card with Santa's face printed on it.
Would they have known that Santa would be in this one? I don't think there's a way to guarantee that.
I mean, they did kidnap Santa.
No, I mean going through this door doing this puzzle.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think mathematically you can guarantee that.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. But card with Santa's face printed on it. Oh, what's that?
It's a card. It has a headshot on it.
A headshot, huh?
Yeah. I'm not really sure what purpose this could possibly serve.
It's got Santa, though.
There's nothing in the bag anymore.
Glad to know that we got to look around pretty heavily, though. Okay, that goes forward that direction. What's in this sock? Okay, yeah, so it is just
that's
all of them.
9.
That's the ninth man. Card with the ninth man's face printed on it.
Interesting.
The crates are a little smaller than the other ones.
They look like they're the children of the other crates.
Junpei, that sounds like some sort of fairy tale. I'm gonna need you to cut it out.
Really? I don't know, man. You ever think about how crates would reproduce? Doesn't sound like a fairy tale to me.
You're really gonna die on this hill, huh, kid?
I've read about such things in certain circles.
All right. Sounds like you really boxed yourself into this explanation, huh?
The crate triplets.
I don't know. You just go ahead and take the time you need to square your explanation. Square. Come on. I thought that was good.
I laughed. What else did you want from me?
These crates are quite large, huh? Seem to be tied to one another with some sturdy straps. Some strapping sturds, if you know what I mean. Hey, everyone knows what I mean. I think you do.
There are 3 crates here stacked up like stairs.
If we climb up there, I think we can get over the fence. Junpei, think you could go take a look at that? Sorry, but no thanks. Why? I've got a bad feeling about it. Pussy. Okay, fine. I'll go.
Please be careful, Santa.
Yeah, but just in case.
Wait, what's he gonna do with that screw? Oh, right, sorry.
I don't see what throwing a screw at a fence is. Holy shit.
Ah!
This
is... Oh, man.
There's electricity running through that fence. Looks like it.
Then we can't get to the other side, huh?
Well, we could jump off those crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. I think we can get over the fence by jumping on those crates.
What are you saying, Junpei? There's a huge electrical current flowing through that fence. If you do that, you won't be able to get back.
Well, if I can move some of those crates over there...
Are you even sure you can move them? What if they weigh too much? Then what are you gonna do, huh?
Oh, yeah. Hadn't thought of that.
You are not gonna die before I get some. Wonder what's inside all these crates. Junpei, look at that crate over there. There's something on it, isn't there?
Yeah, looks like a coffin.
Coffin on these nuts.
Yeah, seems kind of weird to find a coffin here, right?
It's as if it's telling us to search here, huh?
Okay, well, we'll finish up exploring this ship before we go over to there. Sound good?
Sounds good.
And there's 7.
A card with 7's face printed on it.
Cool. There's some sort of liquid in these barrels, huh? Not sure what it is, however. That's us?
Not cool, man. You took this picture without my permission.
It looks pretty cool, though. It's an action shot. You look really handsome in this picture. I'm gonna keep it, all right?
Hey, knock it off, lovebirds.
We're not lovebirds if we haven't done it yet. Come on, Junpei. We have to, so we can be called lovebirds. What? What? We're not a couple. Not at all. Not in any way. It's just a casual one-time fling. Huh?
This must be...
Oh no. Don't look at it. I'm not cute at all, and I'm not photogenic, and I don't look sexy either. Next to Clover, my skin looks gross. I'm not sexy like Lotus. No guys go for women who look like Lotus. But I'm trying to, okay? I'm trying to do the best that I can. So please don't call me a board or a trash can or a cutting board or...
Wait a minute, I haven't said anything like that, have I?
Just in case you thought I was pulling the whole she's really into Junpei joke out of nowhere. No, the game's been like this. I'm just running with it. Let's just go ahead and look at this one more time. See if she says anything new. Nope. All right.
It's the lid for the crate. There's nothing in here.
I've searched all the boxes, huh? Nothing in them.
This door leads to the steam engine room.
Your face leads to the steam engine room. I'm going to come back to these because I think this is what we're going to use the cards on.
Yep.
So I'm going to come back to those after we've searched everywhere else around here, if that's cool with y'all.
Yep.
There's Snake.
Snake.
Is that a Snake's card?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Nah, it's fine. Gotta catch them all, right?
Sure
Like
do.
Pokemon cards. I don't know what's in these barrels, but judging by their weight, perhaps a liquid of some sort?
This is Clover's card. You know, looking at this photo, she's kind of cute, isn't she?
Huh.
Huh? What's up?
Oh, nothing. I just bet she wouldn't beat the curve of putting a bear down on turn 2 is what I'm saying. Nothing at all.
Why does her smile make me feel cold?
Also, Clover's like a kid, so, like, you know. All right. Nothing in these crates, buddy. You can keep looking, though. Hey, who's that handsome man right there?
It's Ace's card. You look like some kind of European lord.
Oh, my headshot, huh?
You want to see it? It's actually a pretty good picture.
Nah, I don't need to see it. I'm good. In fact, we really ought to get back to our search, huh?
So we got one more.
Wait, hold on. He's got a scar in this picture.
Does he?
I can't stop the thing so you can look at it. There it is. See, he's got a scar right there on his left cheek.
Is it a scar or is that just his cheekbone?
No, that's not a cheekbone. That's too developed to be a cheekbone, I think. I don't know. I want to see Ace come up again.
These stairs, they go up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? Whatever, I'm going. This is the only door here except for the one we just came in through. Then this is the exit. No shit, Sherlock. Of course it's locked. Is it an electronic lock? No, just a keyhole right under the doorknob. So to open this door, we've got to find the key that fits that keyhole. Yeah. This looks like it's covering something. It looks like some kind of little shutter. Maybe it'll open if we do something. What's gonna come out of it if it does open? Yeah, like I'd know that. Well, there's 6 holes here. They look like jacks for a headphone cable. Jacks, huh? Then maybe if we put something in them. Yeah, something might happen. There are several lights here with numbers from 1 to 9. Only the light with a 9 on it is lit.
Okay.
The monitor's off. I've got a green switch here and a red one and some kind of lever. None of them seem to do anything though. Maybe the power's off? Yeah, maybe. There's a single green light on the bottom though. That means...
Okay, so we don't have what we need up here yet.
There's a metal panel over the outside of the window. The scaffolding that supports the staircase.
Interesting that we haven't got any looks out yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A handrail that surrounds the platform with the control panel on it. A heavy-looking metal box. There are 4 crates lined up at equal intervals. Something that looks like a coffin sitting on top of the pile of crates. There are a whole bunch of identical crates in a pile here. I can see the machine. The spinning light on top of its head looks kind of cute.
No, it doesn't. Don't let it lie to you. I can get a spinning light too. It'll be great.
All right, so we can get a view of this.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's touch that one thing we haven't interacted with here, then.
Yep. We got aces in hand.
It's locked. We need the key.
All the boxes have numbers on them, right? Do they, oh. Ace bent down and
Ace bent down and picked up something that had been sitting next to the box.
Hey, Junpei, get a load of this.
Cards. That's the last of them. There's a picture of Lotus on this card.
Is that the last of them?
Yeah.
It is.
Man, her hair is ridiculous. It's like clay or something. Says the pot to the kettle.
All right, so we got aces. Oh, we got her card in hand now, so let's...
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder at them. You know which card goes in which box, yeah? Junpei gave him a look.
Yeah, of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers. And you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So, for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1. Card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2, and so on.
Oh, I see ya.
Huh? What is it?
Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Hey, wait.
He quickly turned and walked away.
What's wrong with him?
Interesting.
What about a fucking box puzzle?
It's not about the box puzzle.
Pictures.
It's about him not recognizing who went with each number. Ace doesn't know. For some reason, Ace doesn't know who goes with which number.
Interesting.
Why wouldn't he know that? The fuck? Everyone sat down and hashed it out.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Unless there's
let's
two
read
aces.
that again. Let's read that again. What do you say?
Or it could just be, bringing up Snake again, who Ace just killed.
Maybe,
it could
yeah.
just be that. If
our numbers
Ace
to the
killed
numbers.
Snake.
Oh, I see. Sworn Ace. Into box 2. He stiffened at the mention of Snake. That's what it is. And we absolutely know why that is already. Cool. Or we have a very good theory as to why that is.
Oh, well, whatever.
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back toward the boxes.
Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle. 9 cards with pictures and 9 boxes.
Junpei stared at them for a moment and then began.
Ace's
I don't even get to
card
do it
is in
myself.
box 1, Snake's in number 2. I just need to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9th man's card into box 9.
All 9 box lids popped open at once.
Yeah, they opened.
He peered inside.
What the?
In each box was a single pin.
9 pins.
They looked a little like sewing pins, but much thicker.
I guess I'll take them with me.
Junpei collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket.
Gee, I wonder if we need those for the machine up the stairs. These look like the kind of pins you use for sewing. There are 9 of them in total, and they have numbers on them that run from 1 to 9.
Interesting. Well, let's go take... Oh, hold on. Let me just check these one more time. Okay. Just in case. You never know.
There are 6 holes here, and it looks like the pins I just found would be a perfect fit for them. The ones you found in the 9 boxes, right? Well, why don't you try it? Alright, let's see what happens. I think 2, 4, and 6 should go here on the top part, and 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom part.
Why?
For reasons that are unclear. Well, some of them lit up. Yeah, 3 and 6. I wonder if there's some kind of rule that determines which lights go on.
What went on top and what went on bottom?
Well, I put 2, 4, and 6 pins on the top part, and the 3, 5, and 7 pins on the bottom.
Okay, hold on. Let me just write this down. And then 3, 5, 7.
And that lit up 3 and 6.
And with nothing on it was 9, right?
Yep.
That just digital root. 2, 4, 6 is 12 is 3. 3, 5, 7 is 15 is 6. Yeah, it's just digital root. Okay, cool.
You think maybe it's the digital root?
I gotta stop stopping to do math that's not necessary. The game's gonna do it for me. Why do I need to sit here and figure it out?
The digital root. 2 plus 4 plus 6 equals 12. The digital root of 12 is 3. Therefore, light 3 turns on. 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 15. The digital root of 15 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns on. Makes sense, right? I see. The lights that match the digital root of the pins inserted on the top and lower parts will light up. So that's how it works. Well, there's one other thing I'd like to check. Well, if he wants to try, he's certainly welcome to. So, he'd put the 1, 2, 3 pins on the top and the 6, 7, 8 pins on the bottom.
So that's going to be 6 and then 13, 21, 3. Okay?
Oh. They turned off. 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21. The digital root of 21 is 3. Therefore, light 3 turns off. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. The digital root of 6 is 6. Therefore, light 6 turns off. Oh, I get it now. If the digital root for the pins you insert is the same as the number on the lights that are lit, those lights turn off. Yeah, looks like that's the trick. Alright, now we know how it works. You want to give it a try? Wait, you mean you know what we're supposed to do with these lights? Well, no, but I figure we could try and see if we can turn them all on, you know? I figure something's got to happen if we can manage that. Turn on the lights, huh? Okay, Junpei, let's make sure we know how this works, alright? Pick one of the 9 holes, then pick one of the pins in your hand and insert it into the hole. Keep it up until all 6 of the holes are filled. Once all the...
Sorry.
What was the line?
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Can we scroll back?
I literally can't.
Okay. Something correspond to the digital roots of the pins in the upper and lower parts will turn on. However, if a digital root corresponds to a light that is already on, that light will be turned off. The goal is to turn all the lights on. All right, let's do it.
Cool.
So this seems really easy.
It does. I'm wondering if there's some mathematical trick to it that makes it hard, but I don't see what it could be.
Yeah,
so let's start with 1. Right? So to get 1, we want to... well, let's do it this way. Let's start with 1 and 2, right? Now to get those, we need to put 9 in these places. That's easy enough. 3, 6, 4, 5. Cool. We want to get 3 next, right? And we want to get 4. And we got to put 9 in these places. 1, 8, 2, 7. Yeah, okay, there's no trick here.
Yep.
It's just quick maths. Although I imagine this would be much more difficult if you didn't already intuitively understand, like, like the trick to just put those in and make 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
simple enough.
Aw, F's in chat.
All the lights are on and the shutters opened up.
F's in chat, everyone.
Hey, does that mean... Yeah, we gotta do it again. Man, and I thought I was doing so well. Okay, so we've got 9 holes.
I'm gonna have to magic square it.
And there's an F up above them. I don't know what the F means, but I do know one thing. What's that? This time there's 9 holes. So we need to insert 9 pins. Man, that's boring. Well, why don't you just try it, alright?
Okay.
Let's just try
What is
it.
F in hexadecimal in hex?
15?
15. So if you make a magic square with 9, does that mean we're trying to make 15 on each side? Should we just try to do that?
Let's just try anything.
Well, I mean, like, I want to go in with like a game plan. Let's just try. There, that's 15, right? Cool. 5. How do we get 10 on another thing? That's 3 and 7. Cool. 7 plus 8. That's 6 and 2.
Ooh, but that doesn't line up for the column there.
No, it doesn't. Let's try that. 6 and 2. That's 9, right?
There's 7. We need the 8 in that column.
Oh, that's 7. We need an 8 in that column. Does this just happen to work out? No.
Maybe. Put the 4 there. See what happens.
Interesting. Okay. What if it is what I think it is? Because it's not giving us any hints either after putting them all in. So what? That's 15. That is 15 all around. Oh, that is 15.
Is it? What about the diagonal from top left to bottom right?
Top left to bottom right. That's not 15. Okay. Interesting. And that's 15. Wow. Top left to bottom right. How do we fix that diagonal? Let's try going back and see if they give us a hint or something, just to see whether or not this is actually what we need to do.
You think maybe this F means 15? 15? Yeah, 15 in base 10 is F in hex, right? You're right. Yeah, that's got to be it. All right, let's give this one more shot.
Okay. Let's think about this for a moment here.
Is it possible to do a magic square thing like this?
I'm certain I don't know how to I don't know off the top of my head, and I don't know how to find that without looking it up and getting the answer. So let me think here for a moment. How do we add these up to 15, right? Sets of 3 numbers. Is there a number more uniquely placed to make this easier than any of the others? Yes.
Then we just need 10 on everything else?
Not only do we need so like in the 10s are already like 6, 4, 6, 3, 7, 2, 8, 1, 9. However, I don't think that's good enough.
Because we got to deal with the side columns too.
Right.
And rows. Well, I feel like if we get to a place like we were last time where we have most of them, and we can think about swaps. Okay, so we've got a couple of 15s and a couple that aren't. What do we need to swap? We have a 15 in the leftmost row. Sorry, leftmost column, right? Center column. And rightmost column. So all the columns are good.
The columns are fine.
The diagonals are both fine. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Neither of the diagonals are fine. Which rows are fine? Only the middle row is fine.
I wish I had a better way of intuitively understanding this in my head so I could, like, math it out.
Can we swap the top 2 with the 7? The 2? Okay, so now we have
16
there, but we still have 15. We have 15 on that diagonal now.
Which
3,
diagonal?
5, 7.
Yep.
And
15 on this
on the
diagonal.
other diagonal.
But these two don't like each other here.
Yeah, so we have wait, which two don't like each other?
8 and 7. Because
Those
that'll
are
get us over 15. Wait,
What?
hold on. There's got to be something to that, right? 8, 7, 9. None of these can share a row or column with each other. Hold on. There's something to that.
Okay.
8 can't go in the same row as or place 7. 7 can't go in the same place as an 8 or 9. Because any two of those add up to 15 or greater on their own. So, any solution we have where we could start by placing these 3 pins in not just like completely staggered from one another. They would have to be.
Yeah, so we can just do some swaps right now to make that happen, right? We just need to move the 7 or the 8 out of the top row. Right?
Yeah, but I don't know how to construct the 15s around that. I kind of want to start fresh.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Just want to... So let's take the 7 out and put like 7 there. Right. So no matter what happens, they're going to have to be in some kind of arrangement like this. The 7, 8, and 9 pin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What can we do here?
What if we start with the 5 in the center again and just
see where that gets us?
Yeah.
All right, why not?
So if we put the 7 then needs what?
3? 8, 3. It's 11. So 4 goes here.
What
4.
does the 8, 5 need?
8, 5. And 4 or 8, 5 is 13. So need a 2 over here.
And does that work with the
That
9?
does work over there. That's
beautiful.
Good. This is what, 9? So 6 could go up here. And then...
Did that do it? Good idea with the fucking staggered 7, 8, 9.
Get mathed.
Get mathed on.
Oh man. Okay, I actually feel good about that one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know magic squares or anything, but I'm glad I could use a little math to make it easier and doable for us.
Yeah.
All right.
We did it. The power's on now. It looks like there's electricity going to the monitor on top now. All right, let's see if we can activate the device on the top. A green button, a red button, and a lever. I wonder what these do. I think this might help. Ooh, what the hell is this? Where did he find this? What is that? Where'd you find it? I found it when you were messing around with the pinholes. It looks like instructions for this thing. According to what it says here, this thing's a remote control for that. That? Yeah, that. What's he pointing? Oh. That machine over there, apparently it's called the Pushmaster 5000. It's a machine just for doing block puzzles. Are you serious? Whatever, so what are we supposed to do with the Pushmaster 5000? You see the coffin over on top of the crates? Yeah. Don't you want to know what the deal is with it? I do. You want to check it out? Yeah. All right. How do you think we're going to get there? Well, there were some crates on the right side of the fence that someone piled up like stairs. Maybe if we make a path to the coffin from there. How could we do that? Line up the crates, I guess. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess this is just another of Zero's puzzles. Yeah.
Finally, an escape room with a block pushing puzzle.
Anyway, let's give it a shot. Oh, looks like the Pushmaster 5000 runs off a battery. So to keep it from using up its energy too fast, it's been programmed so that it'll only start moving once its path has been completely programmed in. All right, I'll keep that in mind. New material on the file screen. The monitor shows a top-down view of the area where we can move the machine. Once I want to send my orders to the Pushmaster 5000, I just pull the lever. This is the reset button. It allows me to start over again. Once I want to activate the program, I just pull the lever. This is the return button. It allows me to quit command. Once I want to activate the program, I just pull the lever.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sounds like we got to pull that lever. All right, let's give this a try. Sure thing. Just keep in mind that there's a limit on the battery, all right? The battery dies after 50 moves. At least that's what it says in the manual. 50 moves, huh? Also, keep in mind that the Pushmaster 5000 can't move the heavy metal crates, okay? Got it. Instructions for operation. When a square adjacent to the Pushmaster 5000 is pressed, The Pushmaster 5000 will move to that square. If there's a crate in the way, the Pushmaster 5000 will push up to a single crate.
Okay.
Move the crates appropriately and efficiently and fill the yellow areas.
Okay. Let me just mentally get my... Okay, so we want to fill those, right? Okay. So if we do... Okay. So immediately here, pushing either this one down or this one there is death. Those crates will never be recovered. We can push them forward to get our guy out.
Yep.
And then we'll be able to push them forward again later on to get them to where they need to go. But yeah, that's how we're going to get out. So once this crate is there, what options do we have? We can push this crate up and then finish pushing that one forward. Slide it down. Push this crate to the side gently. Right, and then push this one down. Get it in place. Oh, we'll want to start by sliding them up instead of down, because what's going to happen is these ones are going to come all the way around the other side as well.
Okay.
So let's
give it a try.
What's the hint do? Okay. I messed up.
You got the... Yeah.
Okay. That was that was correct. And then I wanted to push this one up. Nope, that's not right. That is the right first move. What do we do? Oh, I think I know what we do.
Okay. Interesting. Tricky bit is, how do we get one in that second from the top square? That one has to be one that we push in from the second from the bottom square.
You know what I did?
What? The only possible way to get one into that square that's empty
from getting one here and then pushing it up.
Yep, and we can only do that if we haven't first placed the other.
Store opening. So we don't want to move one into the corner, in the lower right-hand corner to begin with. What if we tried doing our start but on the top here instead?
Okay, well, let's try that. Then if we go around and we push the one into that second from the bottom square and then push it up.
Like that?
Yeah, and then if we push it up into that square, and then can we go around? If we don't push that one against the back wall.
We can.
We can do that.
I think we got it.
Yeah, I think we do.
Because then this one goes to the bottom and down. And this one... There it is.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm done putting in the program. What do I do next? Just be quiet and watch. See, it's moving already. Awesome. The Pushmaster 5000 did just what I told it to and lined up all the crates.
What a lot of work to put a block-pushing puzzle in your escape room.
Great, now we can reach the coffin. We just need to climb those crates over by the fence.
F. I still love the F in chat.
Yeah. A fence. There's a coffin sitting on the crate over there. This gate must be where they move cargo in and out. Right now it's shut tight with a metal plate. It's a thin pipe.
I just like making you say all the things that are unnecessary.
There's a crate underneath the coffin. There sure are a lot of crates on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, there are. I'm going to switch this back to novel screen.
Mummy.
Huh?
Ugh.
Just kidding.
He smirked heartily at his own joke.
Really?
Junpei grumbled and shook his head.
Whatever, just open it. Okay.
Junpei resisted the urge to remind Santa that he would have had it open a long time ago if Santa hadn't interrupted, and quickly threw off the lid of the coffin. They peered inside. Contrary to what they expected, the inside of the coffin was quite large. It was mostly empty, but not completely so. Laying on the bottom was a rusty key.
A small key and
Next to the key,
a gun?
Yeah, a revolver.
it looks pretty old, huh?
I wonder if this is a replica.
I mean, it's made of gold, so it's not going to fire well.
It might just be plated gold like the gears. Those
True.
worked even though they were gold.
Junpei reached down and slowly and cautiously picked up the revolver.
It's the golden gun from GoldenEye.
There it is. In his hand, it felt heavy.
This thing is...
He checked the cylinder. There were 6 bullets.
Are these real bullets?
The barrel was rifled, and nothing seemed to be blocking it. As Ace had said, the gun was a very old one. However, it appeared to have been well maintained. If it was a real gun, Junpei thought it would most likely function perfectly. If it was real.
If this is real...
Holding the gun made Junpei feel unpleasant. Carefully, he placed it back in the coffin.
You're not gonna take it? Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe Zero put this gun here hoping something like that might happen. In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it there. For one, I have no desire to let Zero control me.
Me neither.
I don't want any of you to get a weapon that'll make you fight back against me either. The others nodded. They had no desire to be under Zero's control either.
Okay, we've got that figured out, but you aren't going to leave that key in there, are you? Of course not. We'll take that with us.
Junpei picked up the rusty key and slid to the top of the coffin back in place, with the gun back where they had found it. Interesting. So now we know where a weapon on the ship is located that would make killing people wantonly easy enough.
Yep.
Because we got shot in the submarine route, right?
Yeah,
Which means that Ace had gone through this room here in order to get it.
A rusty key. Maybe I can use this. There's a revolver in this coffin. What was this thing for?
Hey, Junpei.
I know. I'll be there in just a minute.
Oh, right. Hold on. It's up the stairs, right?
Yep. Let's just put this key in here and... Yes, sounds like that did it.
Yay. Looks like it's open, Junpei.
Oh, I see. This key should open this door just fine.
Hey, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Yes, it's opening.
You found it.
We found it.
The hallway that left the cargo room headed straight toward the stern.
A long hallway, huh?
A long way. No, come back to me. I'll think of a better one.
Let's check it out.
Junpei and the other 3 proceeded down it silently. Some distance along it, a large room opened up on the left-hand side. It looked familiar. An iron grate covered each of the elevators. Junpei and his companions drew to a stop and began to discuss what their next move should be. Oh, we've seen this elevator before, right?
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yeah, and after that we passed through the cargo room and
now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back to where we started.
Junpei approached the elevator.
We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location, huh?
Why don't you just try pushing the button? Yeah.
Gently, he pushed the triangular button on the wall. A moment passed. Oh, that's a nonagon.
Yeah. It works?
The elevator door opened, and then eventually shut again.
I think so.
Pushing the button had apparently restored power to the elevator.
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
What do we do? Should we return to C deck, or...?
No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first. I agree. Let's go.
Their decision made, Junpei and his companions left the elevators behind and continued down the hallway. Sometime later.
Looks like it ends here.
Santa, who'd been walking several paces in front of the rest, suddenly stopped.
Only one door.
They searched around just in case.
There isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
It was the door or nothing.
All right, let's open it.
Junpei took a deep breath, readied himself, and grabbed the doorknob and pulled the door open. Those are nice doors. He paused for a moment, then stepped through into the room. And there he saw the number that had hung over their heads since they'd woken up.
Oh.
9.
We've found the 9 door. We haven't seen the 9 door last route.
We didn't see the 9
we
door.
saw a submarine, but we didn't see 9 route.
Yeah, we never saw the 9 door.
The 9 door?
Like the numbers on every other door, this one too was a rough shape made of red paint. Its door was set into the back wall of the room. Junpei leapt toward it with a sudden burst of hopeful energy. It was a large double door, heavy and full of solemn importance. He grabbed the door handle and shook.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
The red sat on the wall next to the door, displayed on it.
Vacant, huh? We finally found it.
Junpei felt himself overwhelmed by a torrent of emotion. At last they'd found the exit, but cold gripped his heart, and he knew all too well why. As he stood frozen, unsure of what to think or feel.
Junpei!
Huh?
Look behind you!
He spun around, and couldn't believe what he saw.
What? A 9 door? There's another one. Why?
Junpei's voice was barely audible even to himself. He stumbled toward the second door as if somehow compelled. It was a small single door. It sat in the starboard corner of the room, on the same wall as the one they'd entered from, but in the opposite corner.
It's 9 no matter how you look at it. The red is there too, so this is a real one?
So there's multiple 9 doors, huh? I guess the intent is you get here with all, and you have 3 groups of 3 for the end, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Junpei shook the door handle pointlessly and muttered to himself.
Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It was Santa who answered.
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only 1 door with a 9 on it. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
A door that carries a... That's funny. Well, actually, how would you get out with 9 people? What's the total... What, that's...
Interestingly, that also doesn't say that the door with the 9 is the exit. It says there is an exit. The exit is hidden. You should seek a way out, and you should seek a door with a 9 on it. But it doesn't mean that the exit is the door with the 9. There could be some other reason you have to seek it.
So, 9, that's 5 times 4 is 45. Okay, so the total value of all the numerals is 45, right? And there's 2 9 doors, right? So, could everyone get out through 2 9 doors? The good news is that as long as you make one party of 9, the other party, as long as it contains everyone else, is guaranteed to be 9. So can you make a party of at least 4 people that adds up to 9? Yes, you can. 1, 8, 2, 7. So 3, 6, 4, 5, 9 also adds up to 9. Conveniently, you don't need the 9th man to do it. You still have 2 groups of 4. Yeah. So they should be fine.
As long as the other group hasn't died.
Right. And as long as no one feels compelled to shoot anyone, they can just go through both of these doors.
Yeah. After all, why would there be more than one?
Math is so much fun.
Jeez. We fell for it. There are 2 doors. That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind. Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divided into teams of 4 and 5 people, the digital root of both teams ends up being 9. Take 1, 2, 7, 8 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, for example. The digital root for both teams would be 9. Or 2, 3, 4, 9 and 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work and they all end up the same way. If one team has a digital root of 9, so would the other one.
Again, I gotta stop doing doing quick math that is just gonna be explained to us in like 2 minutes. All I'm doing is making this harder on myself.
What does that mean? The answer is simple. From the very beginning, the nonary game was designed to save all 9 people. That's how it was meant to be. Zero didn't lie. He never said there'd be only one 9 door. But anyone who'd found themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was. There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other.
They'd understand and be appalled, overwhelmed with the guilt at what they'd done.
This game was designed for that purpose. This nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning, but if there'd been one slip-up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
The thought of it sent a chill down his spine.
So, what are we gonna do, Junpei?
A voice broke through Junpei's frantic thoughts. Santa's voice.
Oh, right. Hey, keep it together, man. Sorry. Geez, so what do we do? We need to think about our next step. Our numbers are 1, 3, 5, 6. That's a digital root of 6. The 4 of us can't open the number 9 door. The 4... Wait, don't tell me. Yep, there's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door. That's why I'm asking, what now? What now?
It took him no time at all to determine the answer. There was only one combination of 3 people that would give a digital root of 9. 1, 3, and 5. That would mean leaving June behind.
No, we gotta go back.
That wasn't a possibility he was willing to consider. Santa and Ace agreed.
Yep.
I agree. Can't leave June behind, huh? Junpei let out a breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding. I wonder how Ace feels at this point.
Oh?
Are you sure? I don't mind staying.
June's body betrayed her true feelings. Her eyes were wet with the beginnings of tears and her legs shook.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Santa had said what Junpei had known the moment he realized which 3 people would go through the door.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest.
But what about my sausage fest?
Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
What's...
Oh, you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
No, that doesn't track. I'm thinking of Atlanta, Georgia. It's at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. You know, capital of the state of Georgia, underneath the icy waters of the North Atlantic.
Exactly.
Perhaps it was the sudden reassurance that no one wanted to leave June behind, but Junpei laughed harder than he had in some time. Santa and Ace smiled.
You guys?
June blinked tears from her eyes and bit her lip. She didn't seem to know what else to say. Oh, very well. Best we head back to C deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, 7, and Lotus will return from door number 1 now. Even as Ace spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't improve the situation.
But even with all 7 of us...
Ace knew it. They all knew it. Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first. Search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go. Ace looked at all 3 of them, then turned and headed through the door. Now here's the thing. If he did kill Snake, he can't tell them about the solution that lets them all get out. Because they could just as easily grab Snake's bracelet and make it out. But that would mean admitting that he killed him.
So, how many folks can get out? What's the best we can do?
Let's see. Assuming Ace is not willing to divulge that he killed Snake and that he has 9's bracelet, right? What does that leave? That leaves 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right?
Yep.
What's that added up? That is 4, 8, 13, 19, 26, 34. So the most you could get, to get 2 groups with digital root of 9, you could add up, what's the lowest one below that? 27, right? You'd have to have a total value of 7 stay behind.
What?
What do you mean, what? You'd have to have a total value of 7 stay behind. And you could get out 2 groups, each, which would total up to 27 with their digital roots.
Wait,
so,
2 groups that total to 27?
Yep.
Oh, together that total to 27.
Together that total to 27. I'm sorry, I was not clear.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was working with the total number of everyone involved here. So,
okay, does that even work? Because we need a group of 9 and a group of 18 then, right?
Yep.
Is there a group of 9 that works?
Oh, that's a great question.
Wait, there is. Wait, there's not. Wait, is there?
I don't think there is, not with Snake in the equation. Interesting. Okay. That's fascinating. Well, it just said it had to be 7 that get left behind, right? So, this is interesting. Hold on, we're gonna do some math drama here.
So I guess we could only get out a single group totaling 27.
Or 18. Here's the problem, right? The total number, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, assuming Ace is unwilling to divulge that he has the 9th man's bracelet, and assuming that Snake is unwilling to divulge, or Ace is unwilling to divulge that he killed Snake and could get his bracelet. Assuming he doesn't want to say any of that. The total value, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, is 34. Any combination that goes through a door would have to add up to 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
The nearest multiple of 9 below 34 is 27. So that means you can either have a group that adds up to 9 and a group that adds up to 18. Or, you'd have to have a group that adds up to 9 and a group that adds up to 18. Or one group of 5 that somehow adds up to 27, which I don't know whether that we can do. You can't have a group of this that adds up to 9. You have to have at least 3 members, right? And the lowest 3 numbers are 1, 3, and 4, which add up to 8.
Wait, 1, 3, 5. We can do it.
1, 3, 5. Oh, we can. Oh, shit. Never mind.
Okay, so we can do 9 and 18.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, shit. Yeah. 1, 3, 5 is 9.
That was literally the one that was right in front of us this entire time.
I'm so sorry. I'm dumb.
I can't believe that I didn't remember that.
So then what? 4, 6, 8?
4, 6, 8. So if 7 stays behind...
That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, 7 would have to stay behind.
Yeah, exactly 7. We can save everyone but 7. And I think probably the six of us could take him.
Okay, here's the other thing. It doesn't have to be 7 himself. If, for example, 3 and 4 were feeling... if, say, Santa and Clover were feeling particularly generous, you could have a group that is 1, 5, 6, 8.
And that sums to 27?
1, 5, 6...
Does it?
1, 5, 6, 8, 7. I'm sorry. 1, 5, 6, 8, 7.
Okay, yeah. All right. I can't wait for them to do this math for us in about 2 minutes.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing. Ace could save everyone if he revealed that he has those bracelets, or could go get Snake's bracelet.
If indeed that is the case and the bracelet still works and all of those
right, because
things
Snake's was smashed, which would create drama either way.
So we don't quite know.
And again, I'm still basing this on the assumption that Ace killed Snake and has the 9th man's bracelet, which seems very certain. Not certain, but very plausible.
And one way or another, the ninth man's bracelet doesn't make too much difference.
It adds an extra person. That could turn a group of 2 that adds up to 9 into a group of 3 that adds up to 9.
That's true.
Santa and June, it does make a difference. Santa and June followed. Junpei stared toward the door, then stopped.
Come to think of it. Wait, but doesn't the ninth man's bracelet still not matter? Because you'd still need it to you'd still have the same thing
where it needs
that we have.
Right, but it's not trivial. It's not unimportant. It could make a group of 2 into a group of 3.
Yeah. What is this room?
It didn't seem terribly important now, but what exactly was it?
We were so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
Looked kind of like a theater, didn't it? A red carpet ran between 2 columns of wooden benches that ran the length of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony.
That looks kind of like the snakes of was it Asclepius? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, which is a weird thing for it to look like.
But what kind?
A church? Facing the 9 door was the carpet leading to the bow of the ship. And at the end... Was it an altar, perhaps? There was a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting atop the platform was a coffin.
A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
Before Junpei had the time to answer that question.
Hey, Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
Santa's voice echoed in from the hall outside.
Right, okay, I'll be there.
Junpei turned on his heel and left the quiet, somber room.
Interesting room.
Maybe there's an epitaph right next to the intern.
What?
Ah?
Are the others trapped in the coffin? Who's in there?
I know who's in there.
You do?
I know who's in there.
Who's in there?
The Golden Witch Patroness. Sleep peacefully. They took the elevator up to C deck. Once there, they headed back to the main hall and the central staircase. It's weird. The banging started after they left.
Yeah.
You think if they heard someone in there, they would put all their energy they'd been saving to start banging, like, right the heck now, right? To get someone's attention while they were still in the room. Weird.
I mean, maybe they weren't in there. Maybe there's a passage below or something.
Maybe there's a banging device that is activated and that knocks on the other side of the door, but hides itself. It didn't take them long.
Look, it's Seven and Lotus.
They didn't look happy.
We got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What?
That changes the math.
Yeah, that fucks things up.
Not favorably either.
Yeah, it really fucks things up.
It really fucks, because that brings it down to 30, which you'd still have to have 2 groups of... You'd have to have 2 groups adding up to 27, but now you don't have a 4 in the equation.
So you can't make 9, so...
No, you can't. You can make 9 with 1 through 5, but it's...
Oh, so it doesn't matter.
Force. It'd be the other group that changes. Instead of force...
The other group... Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
'Cause-
The other group didn't have a 3 in it to take out 3 to make... Oh, sorry. No.
Yeah,
What's the total of the other?
So let's do some more
23.
math real quick here.
So we still have 135. 135 is fine. So the remaining people then are 5, 6, 7, 8?
1, 3,
Oh,
5.
sorry.
Yeah, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be the remaining ones.
Okay, so the remaining ones are 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. And
That doesn't work.
that doesn't work. No, you'd get at most 1 group out this way.
We should have got that gun.
Should have got that. Why is your first... Yeah, we should have got the gun to kill everyone. Why didn't we do that? Oh, that's on us, really. That's really on us for not making that. Why is that your go-to? You even analyze that about yourself?
If someone's going to have the gun,
Might as well be us. Okay, fair. You could
it's gonna be pointed by me or at me, and I know one of those is slightly less likely to end in disaster. Both are still likely to end in disaster.
Right? Because it's not like you have firearm training. Yeah, because you could do like 1, 8, 3, 6. That's a group of 4 right there. I don't know if you could get 5 out of this or not. Regardless, let me stop dallying. Junpei and his 3 companions looked at one another. He turned back to 7 and Lotus.
What do you mean, gone?
Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions to ask.
When?
Why?
You 2 went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you? 7 and Lotus responded as best they could.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
It was empty.
Clover wasn't in there.
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open.
We figured she opened the door and left by herself.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. You figured that much out.
Clover's gone.
Junpei thought for a moment.
When did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing. So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase, huh?
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke. His voice had an edge of resolve and concern. Very well then, we best separate and look for Clover. We haven't had much time left, let's begin.
He's about to start killing everyone.
Yep. There were quick nods all around and the 6 remaining players spread out. Good, so everyone's going their own directions now so he can grab the gun.
Yep.
Yep. We didn't tell them that we found the 9 doors.
We didn't.
Junpei and Jun ran to the central hospital room and looked around.
She's not here.
I guess the fact that they're here in this room means that it looped around eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer, but with no luck. They couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her. Let's go.
Although we didn't prop the doors, so I wonder if... Well, we don't know if it locked or not.
We don't... Yeah. We didn't.
Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs and Junpei spoke.
All right, I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Huh? Oh, sure, right. I'll do that.
Sorry, I went to all the effort to get my name changed and everything, and I really appreciate it if you'd use it more often.
Sure.
There was a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June even when they were alone, although perhaps not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname he used when they were children. Canny. What is this music? 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. But now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him. Of course, to call her Miss Kurashiki would seem even more awkward, and simply Kurashiki would seem a little brusque. And though he couldn't put his finger on why, it felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen one another for so long. In short...
Straight.
Straight!
In short, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Hello. All right, I'm gonna go then.
Yeah, be careful, Canny.
Aw,
June, or perhaps more appropriately Canny, blushed and smiled.
you be careful too, Jumpy.
Yeah, got it.
We get out of
Take
here and there's
care.
gonna be some Mario Kart Double Dash in your future.
That sounds great.
Junpei looked after her for a moment as she ran up the stairs, then turned around and took off for the hallway. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it.
Does it?
But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground.
Does it?
A light in a dark place. June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibility for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator door and saw, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall, Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp and her skin smooth and pale as always. It was covered in bright red blood. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. Oh, and her arm with the thingy on it is hidden.
Yeah.
He felt his stomach somersault.
He felt what?
He felt his stommersault.
Oh, okay, I understand now.
Junpei's mind went blank, all of his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse, no rise and fall of breathing. She was a slightly warm something. Somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that meant she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then. Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Sure was.
Yep, okay, cool.
Fucking told you we should have got the gun.
You're...
Stay strapped.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from the ship. Or two, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it'll shut down automatically.
Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet, or perhaps, more accurately, the person who would gain the most by attaining bracelet number 8, which is what we were doing in the other route. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when he heard a noise. And notably, he's killing with a knife this time instead of a gun.
Yeah.
We denied him access to the gun, so he's using a knife.
Yeah.
He heard a noise. It sounded like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat, extreme heat, as well. Felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb, and he couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With that little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed onto the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry, and it began to dissolve into empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon it was swallowed up, the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell, into 0. Whatever Junpei had been was gone.
Bad end.
Bad end? No shit, it's bad end.
I like this track.
This track's good. Cut and Run is the name of this achievement we just unlocked. Bad end. What do you mean bad end? Like the one, like any of them have been good. Yeah, let's select the save slot. Boop. So that's 2. Access the flowchart from the title screen, or oh, it's gonna do this, so I can't. It even shows us key.
locked and unlocked, huh? I really wish the fucking controller scrolling constantly upward thing didn't happen so we could use this chart.
Right?
What if, oh.
Well, regardless, I think this episode is over.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, yeah, okay, we started over.
Okay, yep.
All right. So what'll happen is next time I'll run through and I'll because there's one more major route we haven't done, one more branch on the tree.
There's two, aren't there?
No, there's one, because there's the main thing that splits into two, then they join back up. Then that splits into three. One of those branches we did that leads down to one side, right? The other two branches meet back up, and those split into three again. One of them is the branch the other one went into earlier. One of them is the one we just did, and then one of them is one we haven't touched at all yet. So there's one branch's worth of content we haven't seen in any context.
This is confusing to me because I could have sworn that there were three. Can we pull it up again?
Yep. Oh, almost worked. Okay, so there. Oh, there are. You're right. There are three. Well, or sort of. There's this part right here in the middle, right? And then there's this part on the left there.
But there's a different split here on this same one we were on. Okay,
Yep.
I was
And I don't know how that happens.
I was not right. You were right. There's one more major branch.
Yeah, so I don't know how that happens.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to get us up to this branch right here. We're going to play through that side. Then we'll cut and we'll do this major branch here. And then I'll look up how to do the other changes and endings
Yeah.
for the final two deviations.
Yep.
And then I'll look up what else we need to do for 100% at that point.
Alrighty.
So I'll see you next time. And hopefully we'll have our controller situation figured out by then. If not, well, rip us. Bye.
Bye.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.